So when you move this plant from this to the SAH container, you are getting it ready to go into the field. Yes. So any question on the tissue culture?
Yes. Ma, please, what is the name of this? The content.
Nutrients, plant nutrients, macro, micro, iron, vitamin, the hormone for the plant in question. Yes.
So, Ma, you're saying that the combination of all this makes that this water-like looking
is semi-solid. There is
okay.
a jelly material, gellite, or fighter gel, or agar. You know agar? Okay, it's just something that would gel it.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Ma, why are they using fire? Why is she using fire?
It's also a form of sterilization.
Okay.
The fire is for flame sterilization. The hood, the laminar flow hood, provides a sterile environment for the cotton. So the plant is healthy, free of diseases. So that is why you need a healthy material for your vine generation. Yes. Somebody was asking, can't I use the vine in my farm? Of course you can't, because the idea is for what you planted is to generate tuber. For you to grow vines, you use healthy material that can allow you to cut vines up to 3 or 4 times to get the number that you're looking for. So these plants have been felled and they are well equipped to go into the harsh environment and still give you what you want.
Will it stay in the harsh environment, or there's something you can do? Because
for the tissue culture, you open it gradually. That's why from here you move to the SAH. The SAH is the one you open. SAH, you close it for 2 weeks or thereabout and then open it. And even in the lab, it's open. You can see it.
But, okay, like here, they're in air condition, just like now you are in here.
Yes, if you remove this plant and put it outside, it will be fine.
Okay.
Yes.
Like this.
Not this. I'm talking of SAH. Yes.
What is the meaning of SAH?
Semi-autotrophic hydroponics. Yes. Autotrophic hydroponics is a technique of mass multiplying and making your yam strong, like hardening your material. Yes. So should we go and see what she's doing at the SAH?
So wait. I want to speak to semi-autotrophic.
Yes.
They produce their food.
Yes, because it's exposed. Yes, semi. That is the semi. Thank you. This is covered, so even though it produces, but not in the food, this thing, you are giving it food and all that. So let's see this one. Okay, it's like the second group are here too. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yes. So this, you can see the ones she had cut. You can see it is covered 2 weeks. And everything is still one node. For this one, there is no need of covering your nose, your hair, and anything, because it is going outside anyway, so you are getting it ready. So everything is still one node, and you can use any substrate, apart from plasma, a cocoa pit, rice hulks, soil. You can use soil. So in this container, you can take like 24 to 25 plants at a time. So for you people that are trained now to handle plantlets like this, we can give you 1 container of the SAH. You can grow your vines from here. You can grow your vines from here, so that, you know, here it is very limited. When you put it in an environment that is free, you can grow hundreds of 1 node cuttings from here. You know, when you stake your yam, it keeps growing. So you just keep cutting. And as you cut, it's growing more and more. Yes. So
this plant, you plant it in an open field, it will do that.
yes, it will do well. You plant it on your ridges.
All right. You're welcome, everybody. Good afternoon. All right. My name is Dayo Joy Funlayo. I'm the lab scientist here in charge of the production of bioproducts. Mainly what we do, this is our analytical lab. We call this place analytical lab. Basically what we do is we produce bioproducts. And these bioproducts are things we use for our farms. other than the regular chemicals in the market, which obviously some of them have their own side effects. But this one we formulated are from their natural habitats. No mixture of one chemical, just from the natural source, natural organisms. We know that these things, they are helpful to plants and beneficial to us. They are harmless and useful. Now, we formulated these organisms from their natural habitat we collected. We test them in our lab to be sure of what we have before we continue with the production. First, when we collect, we have them in this petri dish. We grow them in the petri dish. Once they are matured, when you see them growing, you collect a loopful. You observe under the microscope to be sure of the particular organism you are expecting to see to grow your organisms. And these organisms, they are not just anyhow organism. We have particular specific organism for particular kind of function. And the major types of bioproducts we have the biofertilizer, we have the biopesticide, bioinsecticide, and lastly bionematicide. Obviously, biofertilizer, to enhance the plant growth and all of that. Biopesticide, insecticide to fight against insect, pests, and the nematicide to keep the plant away from nematode. So we formulate these organisms. After we culture them from here, then we are sure, we observe from the microscope, we are sure of the organism, then from there, you can be bold to continue with the production. We'll now do the massive production. These are the older ones we have, the substrate, the one with the substrate. But the one we are producing presently now is the liquid form, not this one for now. Yes, because this one we feel is more active and more valuable, useful. Then some of the farmers might not really know how to use this. It's easy to use actually, but we prefer using this one for now. And maybe we can apply this bioproduct in your yam plants, your your banana, and even your beans plants. You can apply them to help you prevent this insect affecting them. And some of the insects that still go ahead to feed on these plants with their stubborn head, like Nigerian people. Once they go ahead to still feed on these plants, they die. So basically what we need them to do to keep them away from the plants, they can be there, play around, but they don't need to hurt your plants. But once they do, they will die. So we have two advantages there. So it's either you stay away or you die. So that is what we do. Please, can we go in? Okay. So we'll show you. Please, you might need to cover use your nose masks. Your nose masks. It's a little dark here. So these are the ones we have already we've collected from the petri dishes. So we have them already. So from here, we can produce till thy kingdom come. You keep producing. Just a cup of this will produce this, or even the big fermenter behind you. Yes, just a cup. You just make up with water. You add sugar to help it activate, normal sugar. Then you cover it airtight for some weeks. Then you can start using. So it's very easy to use and to produce and to apply. Use your knapsack sprayer to apply.
You said you must cover for 2 weeks before you.
For weeks. A week. Yes, you can start using after 1 week. Even before 1 week, depending on how active you get them, you prepare them. You get to do them. So this is how it looks. So it's no magic.
But can't this be made already?
Yeah, we are still...
You can just buy and spray instead of waiting for 1 week. Is that not possible?
Buy and spray. You don't get?
No, he's trying to say, is it that if people are making in a packaged container that you can just take it to all these farm produce shops that somebody can, it's not necessarily you have to come here to come and get it. You understand?
For now, yeah, the only one that is handling this. So
if
we don't
somebody wants, he has to
come here.
What I'm saying is, you said this is the biological for insecticide or pesticide. I have to use 1 cup of this. And then it's right?
Yes.
Allow it to, I don't know,
Ferment or
what is
the fermentation process.
Okay, fermentation process for 1 week. What I think is, you don't know what can be fermented already, so that you don't go buy. Then you just put it.
This is just the only way you can do it for now. Yeah. As time goes on, we might get much better information.
How often
Okay. The best idea is, if you want to plant, before you plant, it's advised after you have prepared your bed, spray on it first. Then you plant. After you can have the combination.
Okay.
And you can have 1 pipe per section. You can do pesticide and insecticide at the same time. You can do what's it called, biofertilizer and insecticide at the same time. You can even do fungicide at the same time. So it depends on how you want it. No, you can do it twice. Yes. Why the first before planting, right? Then while your plant have got to a reasonable height, then you can apply again.
You put out for herbicide, right?
No.
Okay, so paste.
Yeah. And these are the bacteria we have available.
The application, is it depending on the gestation period of each plant, or because the gestation period of other plants is 6 months, like yam and other things. So I don't know whether how frequent or often.
Just twice. At maximum 3 times.
Okay.
after harvesting, do you have to
Yes. After harvesting your yam, you can spray on it again. Help it preserve them.
Okay.
And these are the organisms we use to produce this. For the biofertilizer, some of them serve dual purpose. We have Aspergillus awamori. We have, it helps to potassium, it helps you to release potassium and to solubilize it. We have Bacillomyces lilicanus. It releases photosynthesis. We have Frituria, which serve dual purpose as a fungicide as well, to help to fight fungus in your plants. We have Serratia, also potassium and phosphate immobilizing. Then these 4, we also have Pseudomonas alongside the biofertilizer. It also serves dual purpose as a fungicide too. Then for the pesticide, we have Trichoderma viridie, which also serves dual purpose as a fungicide. Then for bioinsecticide, we have 2 major of them, Verticillium and Metarizum. Excuse me, Verticillium and Metarizum, which help to fight against the insects. Then the last, we have bionematicide, which is Bacillomyces. It's also serve dual purpose as biofertilizer as well. So that's all the reasons we have to produce this.
Thank you. This is really interesting.
You're welcome.
That should be done like shit. That should be done like shit.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All learning, nobody is an expert in everything. So one of the first questions I want to ask is, what can 2 people, 1 lady and 1 man, summarize your experience as you have gone to the laboratory? Can I have a volunteer? Nita. Your name?
My name is Anastasia Moyo. My station is Nita. Nita. First of all, I want to say thank you for bringing us here. I initially did not expect to have this broad knowledge about them. So the first place we went to was for the tissue. I got to know that there is a process to yam. Initially, when you were explaining it, I thought the vines would instantly make consumable yams. But going to the first laboratory we went to, we are introduced to autoclave, which is for sterilization of the materials used inside. I got to know that for you to get your materials, you have to get them for IITA, which is the sterilization of the plants, the vines, and the rest of it undergo before it goes through some processes, which is the tissue and the SAH. And the tissue seems to be where the nutrients are being, the recycled plastics, where it's turned into a gel form, and then the vines are being implanted into it, so it will stick to it. And then for a period of 2 weeks and more, it will be transferred to the SAH, which they use plasma or cocoa beans and the rest of it, in case you don't want to transport them. And from there, you can either introduce them to the green farm or to the outside world. But the process between the green farm and the outside world is two different things. The second place we went to, we found out that you don't really have to go through the process of the SAH. You can go through the process of I'm sorry, I can't remember the name she called, but that process is where they have vessel, they have plant vessel, and then they have nutrient vessel. And manually, she showed us how the top hole was able to transport into the nutrients vessel directly to the plant vessel. In that case, it's more like a survival of fittest, in the sense that we use the Ajebo and the Ajebo slogan, in the sense that for the Ajebotas, you can just relax, which is the tissue process, you can just relax and then enjoy every nutrient possible. But for the SH, we found that for it to go faster, because they give them news 3 hours interval, which is 3 minutes after 3 hours. In that way, they struggle to get every nutrient they can possibly get, and then it go faster. And then the most important thing I learned is the fact that we are not getting the actual food from planting the vines. We are getting the seeds, which now this is 2 incomes. You can either go into seeding or you can go into the actual plantation.
One problem is that we lack knowledge, and the people out there lack knowledge. I'm from Imo State, and I can tell you that in Imo State, probably most of us don't know about this, that you can actually plant yam in the things. So I think the things if the government can come in place, like come to these states which are obviously ignorant about these new developments in agriculture, educate us more about this. We can actually make a step towards developing this particular area of yam farming all over Nigeria. Another thing is the aspect of land. Most of us, we don't have that, because if I want to go into yam farming, from what I learned, I can actually go into seed, like yam seed sets. I can make a fortune out of that. I I can also go into producing yam on its own, the tubers. That is another portion on its own. So if you want to go into farm, I need vast land areas. And most times we the youth we really don't have that liberty and the rest of them. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Let me take it one. It's not just that you don't have because you're youth. You have two things going against you. Because you're a woman, nobody will do you. And then because you're youth again, is another problem. You know. But for you that is from Imo State, on the 7th of August this year, we were in Imo State. We actually demonstrated this to the governor of Imo State. And he requested that we should come back, that he would want to have some people trained on this policy system. But then, you see, the government in most often is not what to apply, because you don't need all the memos to go flying. All you need is how do I get going, you know. So for land, like we say, agriculture is a business, and because some groups have assembled you, and the federal government, my department, let me not say, my department is in support of you, and I'm sure that with other departments or probably other agencies that will call it in support of you. But I'm going to tell you what, I know this land issue is going to cut across almost everybody. The issue of land, we are going to take it on Monday, day after tomorrow. I will take up this issue of land with the director, we'll discuss it, and let's see if it's possible, if in each of your states we can have a collaboration with the state government to give you, it's not going to be much. Even if they give you a hectare of land, I bet you will make a lot of money out of it. They'll give you a small portion of land, say at least 1 hectare, where you start practicing this new technology. But they only need it. If you produce in the state, you will pay tax, and government will benefit from you. So equally, the government needs the business industry. So what I want to take up that to see how it works. By Monday, I will discuss it with the government. Then I'm sure the next thing is synergy with the state government. But I bet you, my director will always get results.
Right. I think based on the issue of land, probably because the aim, because when you are expecting something for development, that is outside your control. Looking, you all come from various schools, and their spaces, even within your country. In 2003, there was a program we developed called Building Nigeria Business. And the idea is that I'm focused on passion. That seems to fit into my own geopolitical zone. And the idea is to try to get people to plant cashew in their own house. So that when you are old and cannot go to the farm, whatever drops, you can then be able to sell and make it. And once upon a time in this country, because I have about 60 acres of we were selling a ton of cashew at over $500,000. So, and there's an old man that had a back there, and he planted cashew there. And in 1 year, he made 400,000 from his own compound. So you can imagine, we are talking of yams. We are talking of yams in bags. You had what she said she would do to do next year. She said she's doing a room with flowers, and I know it because of my own professional knowledge. My wife, it is a flower, whereas I'm after economy. So my house is fruits. You know, but in your own copy house, every available space in her house is going to be young. And it's possible. Why don't you start from what you are? Thank you.
Okay.
see my issue. Like most of us that stays in the rented apartments, like my back, the small space in my backyard, I've already used it. I even started planting and inside. You couldn't maintain it before any other thing. So that's, in that case, what should you do? Even leasing is still a problem. In that case, what do you do if you're actually looking inward first?
You know, like I said the issue of land is important. So we are going to take it up holistically. Beside what Chief has said, we take it up holistically because land will cut across every here. But again, you're not going to make money just simply by planting. Like we said, the yam has a value chain. Some will be into production, some will be into aggregation. The aggregation, I just cited an example. I have a younger sister who lives in India. She is looking for a job. So when we could not get a job, we have somewhere in the Lombard village. I now converted it. I said, you know what I'm going to do? She said, no. I said, let's start selling it. She said, and that's the reason I'm I said, yeah. I said, we will sell the yam together. And we started by buying. We keep them in use, 100 so that to be sure family will have. Each heap was 100. And we did it for the first year. For the first year, we made about 500. So when we made about 500, she told me it's her money. I said, it's not your money. It's my money. We didn't want to sell yam. We didn't go out of that building to sell the yam. We went and called people that want to sell yam. By the time we sold, it was really off season for yam. So we just called the people that need yam. They came there and they were begging. Now please sell to me now. Now please sell to me. And at the end of the day, we sold to them at our own price. My sister saw that and she said we'll do it next. I said no. But surely you want to do boutique business. Not between boutique business. Let me be doing, you know, they are the salt that are the village woman. Let me be doing my hand. And today she's doing it. In 2 weeks' time, we are going to buy yam. I buy yam in 2 weeks' time to store. And we are going to keep that yam until June. So by that does not stop us from doing other things that we are doing. You just buy your yam, you sort the bad ones, throw them away, you sort them, you keep them. Lock up your store, your warehouse, and be checking from time to time because yam when you store yam, you must be sorting from time to time. You come back, we continue with our individual businesses. Then later will come, so when it's time to dispose, we dispose. We don't get our money, 50 naira on top of each yam, 100 naira there. As you're collecting it, you can imagine the quantity you will store. And then, so it does not really end up. Some will go to production, some will go to aggregation. I have said, okay, you don't know her. That woman will call her Oakland Best. She stays at Ibadan. She does her storing at home. At off season, she will travel all the way from Ibadan to Bodo and move here from Bodo to Ibadan. These are different value chains. I cannot ask you to go into transportation value chain because you don't have what it takes to go into transportation value chain. But there are people, like what is it called? There's somebody that started this business of food to the offices. Do you know you can do what is it called? Kokore. You know what they call kokore? Okay. It's like yam money. I personally call it yam money. You know, it is not common. Many people don't even in restaurants, they hardly sell it. These are few things you can do. You make money out of them. The yam kokore, you grate, who knows how to do kokore? You grate yam and it's usually done with water yam. You grate it. Yes. Yes. So it's not common.
You mix with yam too.
You say you mix with
yam too.
But it's even no, I do it with just water yam.
Yes, water yam and you can mix yam.
If you want, but I do it with water yam. Strictly water yam. I do strictly water yam. I grate fresh. Yes. Do my palm. At least I take it on so for the wash. because it's not common. And once people test it and they know, they keep asking for it. Recently, there's somebody, that lady that sell juice in the office.
Yes.
What does she do? She cut cabbage, watermelon, milk and put cabbage, and she sell it.
And she makes a lot of money.
And she used to be a cleaner in the office. She just created that business. That's what she did. She supplied to minister's office. She supplied to PAMSEC. All the directors in the office, she don't have supplied them food. She, very early in the morning, you said she just come neatly dressed. Somebody gave her work on her. She stayed there, doing her thing. And she's making money. She's no longer looking for a job.
Yes.
So she created a class for herself. While others are selling it in whole, she just created a class for herself. You can create a class for yourself individually, different things. While others going into production, before you talk of business, you will think of your area of advantage. What do I have going for me first in this business? If you want to approach me for money in business, you tell me, I want to do yam production. I have land, but I don't have capital. You see, you have an area of advantage. But you cannot just come and say, I don't have land, I don't have capital. I have only the technology. So you must have something going for you. We all know that land is important. Even for all of them who are farmers, I'm sure the chief, I know you bought most part of the land. But you didn't buy them overnight.
No, not at all. We started 22 years ago.
We started gradually. There is money to make. Yeah, that's sure. Land is a general problem. Land is a general problem, and it can be addressed. It can only be addressed with state governments. The federal does not really own the land, even though in constitution they own the land, but they don't own the land. In practice, they don't own the land. Yes, so that's where you have to do it. And you cannot go to a village now and ask your chief to give you land. You just look at it, this is so that's what they say.
My name is Misha. I am from Kanmasi. I'm here to testify about growing of yam inside farm. We actually did it this year. We harvested it. They called me and told that they started harvesting it. It was when the whole thing started like a joke. It was when the idea came. It was my mother-in-law that told us about the idea. When she said it, I was busy laughing at her. I was like, it's not normal for you to grow yam inside the farm. Even though it's the olden days type, using the tuber itself. But with my experience there, and where I come from, in Kaduna State, we did something like called Kose Doya.
Yes.
We eat Kose Doya.
Yes.
We eat Kose Rogo, that's cassava. We eat it very well. And with this, I can say that a lot of women that are looking for yam, good yam to do that, I'll be able to sort them out, sort that problem out. And secondly, show them the way to do it if you want to go into vine production or the tuber production itself. I want to use the opportunity to say thank you very much for this.
My name is Nita, and I want to talk about the business aspect of it. Having the fact that I live in a place that I'm not even allowed to drop my slippers at the backyard. So I think I'll basically go into the leasing, most especially, and be that I do not want to focus all of my energy in soliciting for help from the government. But I know that personally there is a way around it, which is I don't have to be greedy. I can solicit for a good organization who will be a frontier for me, and then make it more like advertise for me, for people who want to invest. I don't have to have a capital instantly to start it up. I can, once an organization is able to take my trust and solicit for other people to invest with me. I can use their money. There's one thing I learned in business, which is never use your money to start up a business. In the sense that if you use your money, you will be slangy, you'll be too relaxed, you will not be upright to work hard for it, because it is your money. If you lost, you lost. But if you use someone else's money that you know that you have an end game, that you know that there is a stipulated time you have to pay back, you will stand up and work for it. And if people are to invest in you, and then you can use their money to lease a land, a portion of land where you know you can do this land. Now there are two things people know, which is the seed and then the actual food. But there's something else, which is the starch. It's used for making this ironing tools, like for starching clothes and some food starch, and it can also be used for candle, if you can use the actual help for the candle, like he said. So all of these things, there are really ways to go behind it. I don't want to focus on the product, but a good organization can make it possible for me to actually lease a land. And for me to lease a land, that is where I feel the government should be able to come in. Because there are a lot of people who sell lands these days. You'll be in your farm and someone else will come into your land and say, somebody has already sold this land. But if it's possible for a lot in this, which is actually investing with actual land sellers, people everyone knows. And then in media, people make a mistake of doing the production without marketing. If you have yam, who are you selling to? So I feel like what people need to do is, after cultivation, go into the market, do a market survey, do a restaurant survey, then go into these places and introduce yourself to what you are doing. And with this organization, you have the advertising. So that way, as you are getting your products, you are going straight to the market, because now you already have a plan for these people, you have plans for these people. And there is another thing that is a new idea that I thought of, which is stall creation. In the sense, you can create a minor job for some people. You can pay them very, very minimal as a starting point. You ask for permission from malls, restaurants, and events, because every yam doesn't taste the same. Yours might be better than the best. This store is meant for chefs, because this is the recipe, this is the idea that I created for myself because of my pepper production that I'm planning, which is tasting of what you are selling. These stores are there in every restaurant, every supermarket, malls, and restaurants. These stores will stand, probably fry, cook, and use a little bit of sauce. You taste what you are buying, and if you like the texture, this is where the marketing production is post and per. This way, you'll be able to get a bigger market chain.
I take the cocoa, plant it low, I want to farm for you. Yeah. I take the cocoa, plant it low, I want to farm for you. Yeah. Carry your basket, follow me. I take the cocoa, plant it low, I want to farm for you. Yeah. I take the cocoa, plant it low, I want to farm for you.